working with.
If only I knew you was gonna work me something in return.
What's up, world? What's up, world? You know who it be. It's your girl, comedian Miss Arkansas. And you are tuning in to Miss Arkansas and Real Friends Evening Show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But before I get into what's going on, you know how I do it. I have to give him some praises. So I want to just say thank God for everything, for this is the day he has made. And I will rejoice and be glad in it and hope you will do the same. And if you don't know him, get to know him. And if you know him, learn to trust him. Oh my God. And before I continue, let me send some prayers out. I want to send some prayers out to the Harris family. They will be laying their loved ones down, and it's two of them, Lord Jesus. Be laying their loved ones down on this Saturday. So if you know how to pray, please keep them in prayer because they gonna need it. They need it now, and they really gonna need it. Laying two loved ones down at the same time. So I just want to say my prayers and my love are with the Harris family because they are family to me. And if you can't be with them, I know somebody that's with them and will always be with them, and that's God. So I just had to get that out there. My guest on today, as you notice, my team always showing something that surprises me and surprises my guests. Yes, I was in a stage play in 2013, and I got some acting in me too. And my guest on today just happened to be an actress. Not only an actress, she's my niece. Yes, so I'm very excited to have her on. Uh, we have did a lot of shows together. I remember when we did the No Limit Soldiers. Her and our friend Stacy with Talk of the Town. They look all of us had on our camouflage stuff. She had on, I think, shorts, uh, probably a skirt. Ain't no telling. It's been a long time ago. Dresses, we had it all. Pants, and I tell them I had on my little coochie cutters. But we was the No Limit Soldier girls. I remember all of that. But what I love about it the most, she is into acting and she wanted the best actress. And it's an honor to have her on my show today. So you guys, if you ain't got your water, your soda, or whatever you drinking, get it because you're gonna be in for a surprise. And I can't wait. Not only do I have my niece on here, later on in the show, I will be playing my son and grandson number one hit, and it's gonna be played first here on the Miss Arkansas and Real Friends Evening Podcast. Let me say this too before I bring her on, because I know by the time it end, I probably forgot to say it. We are looking for some sponsors. You know, if you able and willing and you don't mind and God lay it on your heart, because we ain't gonna beg nobody for anything, but we will ask you. We need some sponsors so the program can continue to run because it can't run on air. I have a team that's actually helping me make this happen, and we all gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? So even if we don't eat, we need to at least continue to be able to pay our bill so the lights can stay on, if you know what I mean. Shout out to all the guests I've had already before now. And I'm grateful for the few that I have coming up. And hey, let's keep this thing going. So with that being said, I think I wanna what I want to do before I bring my guests up. How about we play that clip where I was talking about how I got started? Let's do that, and then we'll bring my special guests on.
Yeah, going in.
I got into comedy because my mother and father had 10 of us, and I had to do something other than just sticking in the house washing dishes. But no, I actually got into comedy because my father, he used to always get off of work on Fridays, cash his check, stop at the liquor store, buy him a half a pint, bring mama the rest of that money, she take care of home. The whole neighborhood would come in our yard every Friday just to hear my daddy tell some jokes. So I felt like he could have been with Richard Pryor and Red Fox and them, but he had 10 children. He had to work a real job. So he inspired me to be the comedian I am today. Well, when I first got on stage, it actually was a talent show. Me and two of my friends, we was like the No Limit Soldiers. We had our little camouflage stuff on. They had like pants, one had a dress. I had on coochie cutters. But we did, I did like talent shows first. But my first time on stage was actually over 30 years ago at a place called Cheers in Moreno Valley, California, which was hosted by the bad girl of comedy, Cookie Hall. Cookie gave me my first 5 minutes.
Now, my grandmother, she was a perfect model of a superwoman to my granddaddy. And he knew his role. He provided for Nana and her 14 children. And she held us down for her family. She taught us how to pray and always talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Back when people used to get on their knees and pour out their hearts to God in prayer. She was an anointed woman of God.
Wow, just that little clip. I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted more. What's up? Oh my God. Yes, y'all. Welcome my good friend, my niece, my she inspired me. She just saw everything to me. Oh my God. The actress herself, Gwen Mackey. Hey honey, how are you?
I am wonderful. I am doing wonderful. Yes.
Oh my God. That stage play he just showed us. I'll get to that later.
Okay.
Let me ask you a few questions. How and who or what? I'm just excited right now, y'all. I can't quit smiling. This ain't just no any guess. That's why I can't quit smiling. But anyway, who or what inspired you to become an actress?
This gonna blow your mind. I was never trying to be an actress. This was nothing but God. The first time I end up on TV or on the stage was actually doing something for wrestling. Someone asked me to go to do a wrestling gig, and I end up on stage. And I was doing this for a guy named Rakishi, and I had no idea. And I got on stage, and they said, the cameras, it was like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And I said, is this live? And they like, yeah. I was like, okay. I watched wrestling all my life. Immediately, I know what to do. I'm a wrestling fan. So immediately I went to action, and I became an actress, never knowing that later on in life that once I get on stage, once I hit that stage, immediately I become somebody else. So I always say it was God.
Wow. And you know what? A lot of people don't realize it, but at the end of the day, everything we do that's good is of him. You know what I'm saying? Now all the bad is of the devil. The good is of God. And it's so amazing when you can realize who did it
Mm-hmm.
or who doing it. You know,
Yeah.
because every
And
time we try to do it ourselves, we just end up failing or whatever, you know. But quite
it's
natural, you know where your true help come from. You know who's doing it. That's why you constantly going.
yes. And when I tell you it started from I did a small play for a church, and then
Hmm.
other directors was in the audience, and it went from one director to another director. When I say doors were just starting to open like that, and never had I had any training, but you know where you from, you
Right.
know you have to act a lot.
I actually
So
have, let me find it right quick. I wrote some stuff down, you know. Uh, those are the other ones. Let me get to you. Hold up.
that's all right, but that's how the doors start opening. And I say
I
from
just
one
want
small
to
church
say
to
your star meter on you know over there where you get all your credits.
my IMDb.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
The star meter is probably more than this now, but it's over 700,000.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that means you are truly a star.
Well,
Don't let nobody tell you you're not. And I see like back in 2020, you was in a, was this all these are plays?
I have done some plays, but I also have done, as of right now, I have done a total of 4 films and two
Okay.
sitcoms. I have 2 films should be coming out will be coming out this year, and that I'm
Okay,
excited
well,
about.
okay, like Mama is a Murderer, 2020. What was that?
That was a movie, but I just had a small role in that.
Let me tell you something, honey. God said, told me years ago, take little out my mouth. So little and small don't
Yeah,
belong in it.
well, that's how I started, but
You had
then
a part, you had a part. You
I
know
had
what
a
I'm saying?
part.
Ain't that right?
But these 2 that I finished with, I was the leading role. I had the leading role on the
My
last two.
character. Okay.
Yes.
And that's how it go too. You might start off right here, but you end up over there.
Amen. That's
Wow.
how.
Secrets at the lake.
Yes. On that one, I started off as an extra. So everything started off small roles. Some of them I was an extra, but now it's just like you have to start from the bottom. And some of them I didn't even get paid. So now I gotta get paid.
That's right.
So
Well, you know, when you amazing, you are amazing. You
Mhm.
know, and a lot of times I hate when people say, "Well, I ain't never heard of you." Just because you don't hear of someone, don't mean they doesn't exist.
Mhm.
You know, and it just blow my mind. Like they act like you ain't nobody while you standing over there, but then when they see how God shows up and show out, and you go to work, it blows their mind. Like, oh my God, where you been all this time?
Yes. And then especially when you dedicate, because whatever I put my mind to, or whatever part I get, I'm dedicated to. I study, and that's one thing that I think helps me get other roles, because the directors that I work with, they like, one thing I know about Gwen, she she's gonna study, she's gonna know her part, she's gonna be ready when time go. I'm going.
Wow.
Mhm.
I want to say this before I go any further. I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
I am.
you.
And I mean that from my heart.
Thank you.
Because, you know, hey, we could have been some robbers. We could have robbed some
Woo!
bank, y'all.
We, you know what?
But
We
look at God.
we were
That's
set
all
up
I
not
say
to make
about
it.
that.
You know what? We were set up not to make it, and a lot of times that's why I always thank God, because I'm like, why me, God? Because I know where I was,
You right.
and I know what people. Who are we want to cry? Huh. I know what people expected. but but God,
Look at God.
but God,
Come on.
yeah, but
Nobody but him.
mhm,
I go over to the AA meeting sometime, and they have me the chair, as they call it. Be the speaker,
mhm,
and I have to explain to those people I'm over here because God have led me over here. I'm not an alcoholic,
mm,
you know. And hey, Miss Brown, she said hello, but I like going over there because even though it's been 8 years, 2 months, 10 days, and however many hours and minutes that I haven't had alcohol,
mhm,
I explained to them that we just like a tree.
mhm.
A tree is still a tree if it lose all the limbs,
Oh yeah.
but it's a beautiful tree if the limbs are still on there.
Mhm,
So I was explaining to them I'm no better than them. You know what I'm
mm-mm,
saying?
mm-mm,
But the God we talk about in this book is the same God that's keeping me. So
mhm,
it ain't nothing that I'm doing, it's what
mm-mm.
He's doing. So
Yes.
they love when I come over there, and then a couple times I'll share a couple old clean jokes, give them something to laugh about once the meeting over. But you never know who watching you or who want to book you, not just book you, but pay you.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And I want to thank y'all for allowing me to open up at the play. Talk a little bit about that play.
Oh my God. Oh, and I was so happy for you to even come. When you said yes, I do, I'm like, yes, because I know one thing that I know about you, when you gonna open up, you gonna have the crowd laughing. And I was like, this is what the crowd need just to get us started. And I think it was that it wasn't a thick thigh sweet potato pie. And that was a comedy. So but we needed that edge to kind of open up that, and we was working with Mr. C.L. Woodson at that time. And he was doing a lot of tour plays, and just to have you on the stage to open up for us and to get the crowd warmed up, to have them laughing. And one thing about CL and their whole crew, everybody pray. We always pray,
Right.
and we give glory to God. Everything have a message in it. So anybody that I'm connected to always is connected to God. I don't care
That's
what I'm
right.
doing, and I don't
You
care what
know,
they may
not
say
cutting you
in their
off. That's
play.
the not cutting you off, but that's the best group to be with. You don't need no hell raisers.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I don't deal with
I
them.
remember one time I was at a show, and I love saying a prayer before I take the mic because people don't understand how I have an amazing night at my show. I pray before I take the mic.
Oh yeah.
And I asked the comedians in the green room, that they want to pray because I ain't gonna make nobody do it because I'm gonna do it if don't nobody do
Hmm.
it. And this one young man told me he was an atheist. He said, I don't believe. I said, well, young man, you welcome to step out because we getting ready to pray. And don't you know that he was the only one that bombed that night? And all I said was, I bet he prayed the next time.
Probably so. But it has been a many times that I have prayed before I went out there.
Mhm.
And even if I I asked God to take over my mouth. He
Right.
would take over your mouth, and them words would come out. I'm like, Lord, you took over because I forgot.
Wow.
And he took over my mouth, and those words came out. Like, thank you, Lord, because Lord knows I forgot, but he truly took over my mouth, no lie. And that's why I know how real he is. That's why I know, if I don't know nothing else, I know how real he is.
Well, Gwendolyn, don't go to crying. This makeup costs $40. But y'all know what? I'm gonna play my son and grandson's song, "Stepping on Everybody," and we gonna come back with some more of the actress, the lovely, talented Miss Gwendolyn Mackey. I want to say Frazier so bad, but
I
that's
know,
still who
right?
she is. But she's a married lady now, y'all. So Gwendolyn Mackey, we will be right back, y'all.
we, adults. Yeah, you're scrolling with one thumb. While you were binge-watching cat videos, I just automated my diaper alerts. Turns out AI isn't rocket science. It's rattle science. Want to learn to make tech your plaything? Class is called AI Made Simple. No jargon, just juice.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
My name is Tony, you can call me TJ. I make her run it back like I was a DJ. Staying focused in school, talk about straight on the road. Marty Viking my team, I swear to God that I'm cold. Shaking boys out their shoes, man these folks need to pay me. Had a parents in the stands, hollering out, ooh, not my baby. Cause I'm ballin' for real, they just playing these games. Heading straight to the top, I'm talking about straight Hall of Fame. Know y'all heard Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first then you last. That's why I'm dusting these boys in the wind too fast. I'm gone, 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 I'm gone.
I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone.
We stepping on everybody, stepping on everything. We stepping on everybody, stepping on everything. We stepping on everybody, stepping on everything.
Thought the whole song was gonna play, but anyway, y'all can catch that in a studio, well, not a studio, store and the radio stations. Everybody getting ready to start playing that, but I wanted to play it first here. You heard my grandson, 11 years old. That was him rapping, and his dad come in a little later. So y'all just stick around. You'll get to hear the whole song, at another time. But we have my girl back. That's right, Gwendolyn Mackey. Woo, woo, woo. That's what my boy Michael Collier say. But Gwen, I call her Gwen, y'all. I have, let's see, Taking Notes. That was like in 2018. What was that?
That was a movie. That was just his James Watts. And that's when I played a detective on that movie. That was shot actually here in Louisville, Kentucky. And that was a exciting movie. That's actually I got to play my first shoot scene on that one. I don't know if you got footage of it, but yeah, it was my first shoot scene. But that was by director James Watts. Yes.
Wow. Then was you dancing in this one? It's called The Legend of Hip Hop.
On that one, I was actually an extra on that one. I was an extra. That was one of the early ones. So I was an extra.
Extra, read all about it.
Yes,
was
ma'am.
You dancing in this video?
I was doing a little something. I wasn't the main focus, but I love to dance. I love to dance. I do.
Okay.
I was in the background. I wasn't in the forefront.
Right. The one you just did, well, maybe not the last one you just did. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'm reading something, y'all. I ain't going crazy. But anyway, hell of a mother-in-law. Tell me about that one. Cause
Oh,
my
that was
dog-in-law love me and I ain't got but one. And I love her too. Jasmine, I love you. I just had to shout you out, daughter-in-law, since we talking about the movie, the place she was in. Hell
that
of
was
a mother-in-law.
yes, that is a sitcom. And we did season one, and that was Mr. Golly John McKissick, and we did 6 episodes, and we're going to end up starting back on season two later on. But we did season one with 6 episodes on that one, and I come in on episode three. I played Niecy, the fast cousin, and I don't know if you got clips of that one, but yeah, I love playing Niecy.
Ms.
Niecy is
Brown said,
crazy.
what platform can we watch your movies on, Gwendolyn? She said,
Uh,
I'll be happy to support.
Oh yes. So that one is on Tubi. Also it's on Apple Watch. Um, I also have some on Amazon.
Okay.
So if you go, you can actually Google me.
Ain't that right?
You can Google me and put, I know, but it's up under Gwendolyn Evans, uh, and then you put actress Gwendolyn Evans actress, and all of my movies will pop up.
That's
And if you
what's
look
up.
between Tubi, Amazon Prime, and I got other stuff on YouTube, I pop up.
Come on now. She's somebody.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying. If
I
people
have some
knew, Lord have
questions I
mercy.
had. Let's see. What's the best advice you have ever received or given that you can share with someone that's listening or watching?
Um, just always it doesn't cost anything to be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? This world, this is a hard world, and people got enough problems, and it costs nothing just to be kind to people. So if nothing else, you can at least just show love. You know, that's I'm all about showing love. Good and bad days, just show love to one another.
Wow. That's what's up. Let's see. I got another one. I wrote some stuff down, y'all. I be trying to see what I want to ask my guests. Um, how would you normally describe yourself far as the acting?
Um,
I
when
think
it
you
comes,
kind of did it already.
yeah, but when it comes to acting, I'm serious business. I get straight in my zone. So if we on set and we behind closed doors, and I'm on set, I'm studying. I'm serious. I'm I'm about I'm about work. I ain't about
Right.
playing. I'm studying. So I take it seriously because
Okay.
I think because it could be anybody else, and by God giving me that opportunity, I don't take it lightly.
Make the best of it.
So
Right.
I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna give it everything that I got.
Well, I was gonna ask what keep you going. I already know the answer to that. The good Lord,
Mhm.
that husband, them grandchildren and
Oh
children.
yeah, yes.
Your husband do some acting too, right?
My husband is the bomb diggity. Yes. Actually, my husband, he's an actor, but as well he's a pastor, and he's a singer, and he can sing a house down. Oh yes. So,
Right.
yes.
Yeah,
So
he
he'll
did
be
karaoke with us when y'all was out here.
yes, yes, yes.
I
And
really
and
enjoyed him.
he think he's a comedian too. So,
Tell him to leave that part to me.
but yeah, he's.
That's
I
what's
mean,
up.
he's. I mean, like I said, but he's my number one fan. So we push each other. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And that's why it's continued to grow and go.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Wow. Let's see. Do you like reading? And if you do, what's your favorite book and why?
I do like reading, but what I really like doing, I like to do Sudoku puzzles. I like puzzles. Um, because I like to do certain people in my family had dementia, so I'd like to do puzzles to keep my mind going.
Okay.
Just keep it fresh. So I like to do Sudoku puzzles.
Okay. That's a real good answer. Let's see. What is next on your journey and that you
uh,
can share?
our next journey, me and my husband, we're gonna do our own movie. We're gonna shoot our own movie. So that's some, my husband actually wrote a movie. Now it's time for us to shoot it.
Tell him put me in there. I
Okay.
travel. I know how to drive. I know how to fly.
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, we know talent. We know how it should go. We know what makes sense. We know the
Right.
do's and the don'ts. After you have done it so long, and actually, that's who make the money. The directors,
You're
not the
right.
actors, but the directors. Now,
Right.
it costs more behind it, but at the end of the day, you want to have something that you can say, "Hey, I did that. It's some I did."
You're right.
Have your grandkids look back at like.
Mhm.
And we
Oh
gonna do
wow,
it.
that's what's up.
We
Yeah,
gonna we gonna
amen,
do
man.
it.
I need my call.
I know that's right.
Let's see. Who or what has had the most profound impact on your life?
Oh, it's my grandma May Zella Smith.
Miss May, I
Yeah,
love her.
yeah, that's who did it for me. Even as a kid, she always taught me the 23rd Psalm. And my grandma will always put crosses around my neck. But just back then that I look as I grew up, I go back and think about it. I was like, man, my grandmama always would pray for me and was always looking over, me,
Right.
and of course my mama, but grandmama would watch over me and my mama. So that's why I would say
Mhm.
my grandmama, because she watched over both of us. And right now today, my favorite thing is just the word cross.
That's
But
all right.
I
What I
got to make.
remember about your grandmother, that's my children grandmother, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What I remember about her, how she taught me how to make them cabbage.
Oh.
I used to just boil them, and now you smother them, and that's all I do now. And I smile when I be in there making some because I always remember how she told me to do it,
Yeah.
and they turn out right every time.
And her chicken and her spaghetti.
Yes, and she always kept something in there on that stove when we came to visit.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
Still can't believe she gone. You know what I'm saying? Miss
I know.
Brown said, Miss Brown, she's an actress too. She said she want to audition when y'all do it.
All right. Well, we'll once we get everything together, we'll be posting. And but we're gonna do it.
I ain't audition. Call me.
I know that's right. Well, and the thing about us is
No,
that
I'm joking. I'll do what everybody else got to do. But I'm
no,
going to tell you, I'm going to show up and show out. So y'all better bring it.
when I know people talent and I know what they can bring in, sometimes you can write things and you can kind of know people that you write in. You can kind of write the people in there because you already
Right.
know what they can bring. Yeah.
You right.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Let's see. What else I have for you? Mm, well, you're probably like me. I was gonna ask you, do you ever get nervous? But like you say, you always say you're a prayer and trust that God is with you.
Mhm.
And that's what I do also. Cause a lot of people say, "Oh, if you don't get nervous, you done got cocky and all this." I disagree with that with 100. You
Yeah.
don't have to get nervous if you done already said you're a prayer.
I just be ready. I'd be like, let's go.
Right.
Let's get it. Let's
Wow.
go.
I was looking at this magazine I was in called Victorville Newsletter. It was back in 2021 in Las Vegas. Shout out to our good friend. He had put me in this magazine.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Girl, he gave me a page and everything.
See, that's good. And see, you have done a lot.
So
You have
I
done
really
a lot.
have, and like you was giving God praises, that's who I have to give it to, not me myself. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, if I didn't know God, baby, I'd be a mob daughter, a girlfriend, a sister, or somebody. I would be out there doing it up. You hear me? But I know God, and I know I can't do those things. So that's why I choose to do the right thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it gets you further doing the right thing than it do doing the bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, wow, time flies when you're having fun. Let's say you ladies are amazing, great example. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. Um, yeah, shout out to Success Express Marketing Solution for giving me this opportunity to share my platform. And once again, if y'all got we looking for supporters, but if you just somebody watching and want to be a blessing, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you ain't just got to be a supporter. You could be somebody God said, let me send them something. And
Yeah.
we going to receive it with open hands,
Okay.
so we can keep this thing going. And if you would like to be a guest, just reach out to me and, hey, we'll make it happen. Whether it's over here or over there, you going to get your interview. But hey, anything you want to share with the people before you go? A nugget you want to drop on them, and then let them know once again how they can follow you and book you and all that good stuff.
Um, so you just follow me. Everything is up on the Gwendolyn Mackey right now. I do have two movies coming out, so you can just continue to watch me on my Facebook as well as I don't really do the TikTok, but just kind of watch my Facebook page as of right now, and I kind of put all my information on there. I'm kind of old school. I don't do a whole lot, but you can get all my information there, and
Wow,
that's it.
that's what's up. She mentioned TikTok, y'all, and I gotta say something about TikTok. I done posted all kind of videos, clean, a little cussing, this and that and that. Might get 6 views, 6 comments, 6 likes, 6 shares. I shared one video. I was at the casino and I stopped these people. They were going on about their business, and I started talking to them. I'm actually asking them did they win any money. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
So I ended up letting them know I was a comedian, and they asked for a joke. I said clean or dirty. Quite natural, they said dirty, and I ain't have about 3 of them. So anyway, I told them one. And don't you know that video over on TikTok has 25, it might have more than that now, 25.9K
Oh,
views,
wow.
and not counting the ones that shared it and liked it and comment. I can't even keep up with it. And the people, whoever over TikTok or whatever this stuff is, they asking me for my information like they know it's getting ready to go viral or something and
Mm.
want to send me some money. But my thing is, Navy Federal say don't give your information to no one. So they gonna have to send my money Walmart to Walmart. They ain't getting they ain't getting my bank information. I don't care how much money they got for me. So I just had to get that off my chest. This was such an amazing interview. Please come back anytime. You
I
know
will.
I love you, and can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
Um,
I love you and thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it so very much.
you are more than welcome. Next time I'm gonna interview you and your husband.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get them. and I have him singing because you know he loved to sing.
That'll work too. Give my love to him. Well, y'all, thank you to everyone that tuned in. Once again, it's comedian Miss Arkansas with Miss Arkansas and Real Friends evening podcast. If you in the Louisiana area, guys say the same. On the 20th, I will be performing in Shreveport, Louisiana. And then next month, I'm in Malden, Missouri. But if you have a budget and you're booking, please holler at me because I know how much it costs to feed me. So book me, pay me, and let me bring laughter to your town. Once again, we are looking for sponsors. Hey, sponsor this page. Be a blessing. And hey, let God use you. That's all I can say. Drop off a love offering. And we appreciate it. And if you got to write it off, if it's going to be that big to write it off, hey, send a real big one and go on and write it off. But other than that, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you again to my team, Success Express Marketing Solution. Thank God for everything because he is number one in my life. And learn to trust God when you can't trust yourself. I'm your girl, comedian Miss Arkansas with BNN, Black Network News. And I'm out. Peace.
My name is Tony, you can call me TJ. I make her run it back like I was a DJ. Staying focused in school, talk about straight on the road. Marty Viking my team, I swear to God that I'm cold. Shaking boys out their shoes, man these folks need to pay me. Had a parents in the stands, hollering out, ooh, not my baby. Cause I'm ballin' for real, they just playing these games. Heading straight to the top, I'm talking about straight Hall of Fame. Know y'all heard Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first then you last. That's why I'm dusting these boys in the wind too fast. I'm gone, 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 I'm gone.
I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone.
We stepping on everybody, stepping on everything. 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 We stepping on everybody, stepping on everything.
My name is Tony too, aka Big Tony, aka Senior Man, BKA one and only, father and son mode. That's what we going in. Shout out to DJ Khaled because all we do is win. Stepping on everything, stepping on everybody. This freight train coming through and can't nothing but God stop it. You heard my junior because it's all in our DNA. Retired from the streets, but by my seed I will not play. Ha to myself because I just thought about something funny. Me and my son on the same team like LeBron and Brunning. Son, we got us one.
Dad, I was just thinking the same thing.
Don't play with these boys.
I promise never to play no games. We stepping on everybody, stepping on